and seen on video.
Yeah, I watched it about a dozen times or so last night and again this morning. I'm just not comfortable with Patrick's behavior around the ball.
PatrickReed's life and career in golf reads like a storybook for any aspiring athlete at first glance. Born with immense talent, he achieved what most golfers only dream of. He won the Masters, amassed millions in earnings, and became a hero for Team USA in multiple Ryder Cups. Despite these accomplishments, Reed became one of the most polarizing and widely disliked figures in modern golf. Fans didn't merely watch his failures, they often celebrated them. How does a Masters champion, a green jacket winner, find himself in a unique position where the world seems to root against him? To understand, one must look beyond the headlines, beyond a single controversial incident, and into the pattern of choices, circumstances, and events that have defined Patrick Reed's journey both on and off the course. Patrick Nathaniel Reed was born on August 5, 1990, in San Antonio, Texas, before growing up in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. From the start, he displayed a remarkable talent for golf, but it was combined with a level of seriousness and determination uncommon in someone so young. His parents supported his talent, but his father, in particular, was known for pushing him hard, instilling discipline and competitiveness at an early age. Between 2005 and 2007, while attending University High School in Baton Rouge, Reed's potential became undeniable. He led his team to consecutive state championships and earned individual accolades, including recognition as a state medalist and a Rolex AJ All-American. In 2006, he captured a major junior title at the Junior Open Championship. These early accomplishments were a testament not just to his skill, but to his competitive drive and willingness to embrace pressure. It was this same intensity that carried him into college, where the next chapter of his story would prove far more complicated. Reed began his collegiate career at the University of Georgia, arriving with the hype of a future superstar. On paper, he was the ideal recruit for a powerhouse program, talented, driven, and with a proven track record. But within a year, his trajectory hit turbulence. Reed was dismissed from the team, and controversy followed. Official details remain murky, but reports, including those detailed in Shane Ryan's book, suggested that some teammate accused him of breaking team rules and creating tension within the squad. Allegations range from questionable conduct during qualifying rounds to alcohol-related rule violations. Reed, however, has consistently defended himself, insisting that his dismissal was not tied to cheating or dishonesty, but rather a violation of rules related to alcohol consumption. Whatever the precise truth, the shadow of Georgia followed him long after he left, marking the first time his name became linked with controversy. Undeterred, Reed transferred to Augusta State University, a move that would change his narrative on the course. At Augusta State, he became the linchpin of the golf program, leading the team to 2 national championships and proving that his talent was undeniable. Still, whispers of past issues lingered in the background. In sports, perception often matters as much as reality, and once a reputation is tainted, it can follow a player for years. By the time Reed turned professional in 2011, he was already navigating not only the pressures of elite competition, but also the legacy of early allegations and rumors that would never fully fade. As his professional career progressed, another storm brewed, one rooted not in golf, but in family. Reed's personal life became increasingly complex and, at times, public. In his early 20s, he made the deliberate decision to distance himself from his parents and sister. The rift became particularly visible when his family was notably absent from his wedding, a choice that drew attention from media and fans alike. Tensions escalated in 2014 at the U.S. Open when his parents and sister reportedly attempted to watch him play using a friend's tickets. According to reports, they were removed from the grounds at the request of Reed's wife, Justine. Such events added layers to the perception of Reed, not just as a controversial figure in golf, but as someone whose life choices and family dynamics fuel public fascination. Despite these off-course dramas, Reed's game continued to flourish. By the mid-2010s, he had established himself as one of the sport's most formidable talents. He began making bold statements about his abilities, famously declaring that he considered himself among the top 5 players in the world at a time when he was ranked 44th. For some, this was arrogance. For others, it was confidence backed by performance. Reed substantiated his claims by racking up victories on the PGA Tour, proving that under pressure, he could deliver. Where Reed's intensity shone brightest was in team competitions. Known as Captain America for his fiery representation of the United States in the Ryder Cup, Reed embraced the spotlight, displaying a level of energy, shot-making, and raw emotion that few in the sport could match. Perhaps his most memorable Ryder Cup moment came in 2016 during an electrifying duel with Rory McIlroy. The players exchanged incredible shots in front of roaring crowds, punctuated by chest bumps and fist pumps, with Reed ultimately triumphing. It was a defining display of his fearless approach to golf and his ability to thrive in high-stakes situations. Reed's career pinnacle arrived in 2018 when he captured the coveted green jacket at the Masters, overcoming notable competitors like Ricky Fowler and Jordan Spieth. In that moment, all eyes were on his achievement. Personal disputes and rumors seemed temporarily irrelevant. Yet, the reprieve was brief. Later that year, Reed became embroiled in one of the most public controversies of his career. At the Hero World Challenge, cameras captured him moving sand behind his ball in action, interpreted by many as a breach of the rules. Reed defended himself, insisting the footage distorted the reality of the situation, but the incident reignited debates about his integrity. Even PGA analysts, including Brandel Chambly, labeled it cheating, amplifying the backlash. The two-stroke penalty was minor compared to the reputational damage, and for many fans, the incident confirmed a narrative that had been forming for years. The controversies continued in subsequent seasons. At the 2021 Farmers Insurance Open, Reed claimed relief for a ball he insisted was embedded, only for a replay to suggest it had bounced before stopping. While technically legal under the rules, the optics once again fueled frustration among spectators. What might have been a minor, technical issue became yet another episode in the ongoing saga of Patrick Reed, a golfer perceived as always skating along the edges of propriety. The drama escalated in 2022 when Reed joined LIV Golf, a new and highly controversial league that challenged the traditional PGA Tour structure. Shortly thereafter, he filed a $750 million defamation lawsuit against Golf Channel and analysts, alleging a coordinated effort to damage his reputation. To Reed supporters, it was a courageous stand against perceived media bias. To his critics, it appeared desperate, a calculated move to control a narrative that was already spiraling. The combination of controversial league affiliation and high-profile litigation cemented his position as one of golf's most polarizing figures. By 2023, Reed's name had become synonymous with headline-grabbing moments, on and off the course. Whether stepping into a tournament or engaging in subtle acts during practice, every movement became fodder for discussion. An incident at the Dubai Desert Classic exemplified the ongoing pattern. A tee shot lodged in a cluster of palm trees led to debate over whether his drop followed the rules. Once again, Reed insisted on compliance, but fans and commentators were quick to connect the incident to a long history of disputes and questions regarding his competitive methods. Even minor controversies seemed amplified by Reed's reputation. Social media dissected gestures, eye rolls, and interactions with fellow players, turning routine behaviors into viral talking points. And yet, despite the public scrutiny, Reed's focus on the game itself remained unwavering. He continued to chase victories with the same fire and determination that had defined his career since college, reinforcing the duality of his public persona, simultaneously a fiercely talented competitor and a lightning rod for criticism. By 2024, Reed's legacy in golf was defined by contrast. On one hand, he is a Masters champion, a Ryder Cup standout, and a 9-time PGA Tour winner, with undeniable skill and clutch performance under pressure. On the other, he is a figure whose career has been punctuated by family disputes, rule controversies, lawsuits, and a public image complicated by perception. Some argue he is misunderstood, a player who operates within the technical boundaries of the rules, but often challenges their spirit. Others contend that Reed's actions erode the foundational principles of honesty and integrity in golf, leaving him with a villainous reputation that, for better or worse, feels earned. Reed's story underscores a fundamental tension in professional sports, the fine line between competitive edge and public perception. Every swing, every rule interpretation, and every personal decision becomes part of a larger narrative. For Patrick Reed, The accumulation of small controversies create a career in which fans, media, and fellow players constantly scrutinize his every move. It is a narrative that merges talent with tumult, brilliance with notoriety, and success with sustained scrutiny. Even as his career advanced, moments of brilliance reminded the world of Reed's capabilities. His appearances in majors, his Ryder Cup heroics, and his fearless approach to team competitions all reinforced that he remains a formidable golfer. At the same time, his willingness to speak openly in interviews about the impact of criticism offered fans rare glimpses into the personal side of an athlete often reduced to headlines. Reed's story, in this sense, is not just about controversy, it is also about resilience, the capacity to navigate an intensely public career while remaining fiercely competitive. In sum, PatrickReed is one of the most intriguing figures in modern sports, a player whose career reflects the complexities of fame, competition, and perception. From his early promise in Baton Rouge to his rise at Augusta State, from Ryder Cup glory to Masters triumph, and from rule controversies to high-profile lawsuits, his journey is as dramatic as it is instructive. Reed's story challenges the idea of a clean, linear career trajectory, showing how personal choices, media narratives, and competitive intensity intersect to define public perception. Whether viewed as golf's villain, a misunderstood competitor, or something in between, PatrickReed's career continues to fascinate, provoke, and inspire, leaving an indelible mark on the sport. PatrickReed's journey is far from complete. With every tournament he enters, every contentious ruling, and every headline he makes, he continues to shape the story of a player who refuses to fade quietly. The duality of his persona, a blend of remarkable talent and relentless controversy, ensures that the world of golf and the broader sporting public will continue to watch, debate, and react to his career for years to come. For every admirer and every critic, one thing remains clear: PatrickReed is a golfer who cannot be ignored, and his story is far from finished.